Okay, so recently all of the stuff I have reviewed here on the channel has been relatively expensive, pretty cool, usually essential, but pretty expensive. So today I thought I'd just go over 5 things which are relatively inexpensive and usually overlooked, but will make a huge difference or huge quality of life improvement to you as a filmmaker. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, so number 1 is this stuff. A roll of Velcro tape. Comes in many different sizes, widths. I like this one, it's about 2 centimeters roughly, kind of as wide as my finger, just because it is the perfect size, I feel, for doing pretty much everything. I have got some thinner stuff, but I'm not so fond of it. This is great because we use lots of wires as filmmakers, and not all of those wires come with something to hold them all together, and then they can get tangled, you can get into a right palaver. I've got something in one of my rooms back here, and it's just like a nest of wires where I had never put them together. I just used to throw them in there, and I just put off trying to untangle them all because it is a pain. Now some of them, like the small rig ones here, come with a little rubber band thing, which is kind of nice, and this does a fantastic job, keeps it lovely and tidy. The wire is great, but that is not the same for all of them. There are many things like these USB wires and wires for lights that don't always come with that. I like to get a roll of this, it's cheap as chips, and every time you have a new wire, you can pull out this, reel it out, depending on how fat or thin you need it to go, cut it off, and then there you go. You see here, these ones already done, and I like to keep them done like that because it is just something which makes your life a hell of a lot easier, especially when you get out on a job and you have all your wires like this and not in a big knot and you have to untangle them. So yeah, a roll of Velcro stuff, I would say pretty much essential, costs you almost nothing. Okay, so number 2 are these clips. Very easy to use, very small, very inexpensive, but these things are an absolute godsend, especially if you've got a lot of rigging on your camera and you've got wires coming down. This thing has 2 sides. They have like a little pushing clip, so you can clip it on, and then you can clip on the other side. And if you don't want it coming undone, especially if you bought the ones that I have, it has this little thing right in the middle, so you can just turn it and then it won't come undone. Fantastic for just bunching up some clips quickly and clipping them together, so it just makes your rig neater, tidier, easy to use, and I'm sure there's a million other uses for them. Okay, so number 3 is a power charging brick type thing. I think that's what you would call it. Either way, it's one of these things you can plug into the wall just once, and then it has many outlets on it. That you get big ones, you get small ones. I like to go for a kind of medium-sized one, like this one. You see it's got 2 USB-C ports and a USB-A. I think this is about the right size to the amount of ports it's got on there, and I would recommend this brand. I'm definitely not sponsored by these guys, but just really appreciate the quality of their products. Anchor. These guys seem to have the best ones. I've had no problems with these absolutely at all throughout the years, and it is just so much easier to use a few of these when you get back after a day's shoot and you need to have all of your batteries charged for the next day. But maybe in the hotel room you're in, especially here in China, lots of hotel rooms are not really furnished with a huge amount of plugs, and maybe if you're sharing with another videographer, which is quite common for me as well, we're all sharing all the plugs, and it is nice to have lots of things charging all in one plug, so you can really maximize how much stuff you can get charged all at the same time. Okay, so number 4, keeping with the electrical and charging theme, is this from Tilter. It is a multi-battery charger, and instead of using many of the ones that you would get with your camera, I have a ton of the Sony ones for the FX3 and FX30 batteries. This will charge with just one USB-C input here. Look, you can charge up to 4 batteries, which is absolutely amazing. Couple of these, you can charge 8 batteries at a time, and you are absolutely set. So saves time, saves space, uses one USB input and charges all of them. And if you're using slots 1 and 2, it will fast charge. If you use all 4 at once, it will charge slower, regular speed, but it just depends on how fast you want them. I still find that if you just crank 4 in there, if you're going to bed, absolutely no problem. If you were doing it mid-shoot, probably just charge them 2 at a time and you get the fast charge. Super clutch. Alrighty, last but not least, number 5 are these. These kind of zip up plasticky bags, you can pretty much buy them from most stationers or Amazon. They're available everywhere, and these are super clutch. Not only can you put all of the small little annoying things which are too small or too fiddly, too many of them to just fit in one hole in your camera bag, but they also come with this nice little strip of color across the top and in several colors. So if you want to be really organized, these are for you. For example, I like to have these I have one for all of my stuff for my TC1 time coding thing from Deity. They're all in here. It's the blue one. I know where it is, and I can easily find that in my camera bag when we're out on a job. Also, I have another one. This is for all of the stuff to do with my lavalier stuff, my laving stuff. If I want to lab up someone for an interview, I've got the tape in there. I've got those little stickies, all of the accessories that I would need to make my life easier for labbing someone up when we're out doing an interview. They're all in here. Likewise, I have all of the parts that I would need for my on-camera monitor in another. These just make it way easier, way less fiddly, and way less hard to lose something small. Stick them all in a bag, depending on what kind of category you want to put them in. Zip them up, throw them in your bag with everything else. You're good to go. Right, there you go. Hope that helped. Hit me up in the comments if you have any more suggestions for things like this. I'm always looking for something which can help me out. It's the small things which make a big difference in the long run. If you like these kind of filmmaking tips, filmmaking videos, you know where to find me. Couple of buttons down below. Like and subscribe. Give them a whirl. Till next time, guys. Peace.